Hello everyone, welcome back to the Footballtribeug channel. Robert Kesakos is your usual suspect. It's a pleasure being back at 7 or approaching 7 p.m. in Indian time, but I thought we should get on here and discuss some fresh news regarding the transfers there. But meanwhile, Manchester United are in action against the Southeast Asia All Stars there in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. And that game is goalless at halftime because none of them has been able to see the back of the net of their opponent, and so it's still nil-nil. Manchester United have not been not convincing really. I did see Kobe Maino had an attempt there on goal. Perhaps we can get to look at some of maybe starting 11. We can have a glimpse on that in regards to the kinds of things that sorry about that. Just wanted to have our audience testing out as we usually do. But good. That's said. And anyways, like I was saying, when you look at the game in itself, I do not think United have done anything special in that game. When you look at their starting 11, it has some good players. Of course, Andre Onana, Harry Maguire, then Aiden Heaven, and Rachel Monroe are starting with the back three. Patrick Dogu, Casemiro, Manuel Ugarte, Diego Dalot. That's for the midfield pairing and the wing backs. Then they do have Jack Morehouse and Kobe Mainu, and then ahead of them is Rasmus Højlund. Then the side of the Southeast Asia All Stars, they have they have Khan, Amani, Harrison, Adamson, Sandro, Aguero, Declan Lambert, Heilong, Yaya Dukley, and Abdel Koulibaly. So that's for the Southeast Asia All Stars in their game against Manchester United. It's a preseason game, really. There is not much to play for between the two sides. You remember Manchester United are on their preseason tour to Asia. That's in which they're going to play these two games. So they are playing against the Southeast Asia All Stars in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, and then tomorrow Harry Maguire, Andre Onana, and Diego Dalot are expected to travel to Mumbai. That's in India, where they will have a media engagement, and then after that, the team will be also traveling to Hong Kong. That's China, to play the Hong Kong national side. So that will be their last game, and that game is going to be played on Friday. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Of course, we spoke about it, but that's, by the way, let's get to the news of the conversation. Martin Zubimendi to Arsenal. That's the news really dominating the transfer affairs. And as far as this particular evening or afternoon is concerned, because a lot of people are wondering what's happening to that deal of Martin Zubimendi to Arsenal. Yesterday we did receive reports that Martin Zubimendi was waiting for an approach from Real Madrid before deciding his future, because he knows Real Madrid are in the market to sign a midfielder and that kind of thing. So it looks like these reports are put that out of the window, because it is believed that following Jorginho's exit, Martin Zubimendi is coming in for his medical ahead of completing that move from Real Sociedad to Arsenal, in a deal believed to be worth about 60 million euros, because Arsenal did inform Real Sociedad that there will be meetings very close. So remember, Jorginho did sign out, and he's going to be joining Flamengo. And be part of their squad that will be playing at the FIFA Club World Cup this summer. So according to those reports, Fabrizio Romano says Arsenal plans for midfield are confirmed after Jorginho's exit. Martin Zubimendi will formally complete his 60 million euro move soon with medical and signature. Here we go, confirmed. Negotiations are also underway for Thomas Partey's new deal. Remember, we've spoken widely about this one, and you know, this Martin Zubimendi deal is far from done, but also close to being done. That's how I can put it in simplest of terms. The reason as to why I say it's far from done is the medical is yet to be done, and then the player is yet to sign the paperwork. And we all know what proceeds after that. And then when I say it's close to being done, is that all is left is for the player to travel, do his medical, sign the paperwork, and do the media duties, and it will be done. It's that simple. But with football, you never leave anything to chance because anything can happen between now and then. Deals do change all the time. Wouldn't be the first time. And then we all know about Arsenal's attempts to try and keep Thomas Partey expectedly for about another year or two. We do not know what the contract situation offer is at the table for the Ghanaian international, but I do understand that initial reports did indicate that the club wanted to offer him a one-year contract extension with an option to extend for a further year, while there were reports suggesting that he wants at least a 2-year contract that's guaranteed, and those negotiations are ongoing. And then when it comes to his wages, there were reports that he wanted improved wages. I do not think Arsenal have any motivations whatsoever, regardless of his stellar performance this season, where he's looked a bit more consistent overall. I do not think there's much to warranty a pay rise on what is believed to be really high wages already for the Ghanaian international, believed to be anywhere between 180 to 200,000 pounds per week in weekly wages. So there's that idea that is being floated around. So let's wait and see if the two parties can agree to terms. The beauty for Arsenal is that the player wants to remain in London, wants to stay in the UK. Now, guys, you ought to remember that one of the things that players really consider making some of these transfer decisions is the issue of family. Now, you can imagine you have your family settled, and again, I was watching, I think, an interview by Thierry Henry on the Overlap, and he took there's a segment where he talks about family and being settled with family, what moving means, looking for a new place to stay, changing school for the kids, and that kind of thing. So really becomes a bit tricky. And it's something similar that, Kevin De Bruyne equally spoke about in what is believed to be his pending move to Naples, to Napoli. That's the team, the city being Naples. So in Italy. So it's that kind of thing where it's not as straightforward as maybe we would love it to be, maybe we believe it to be, but all those are things do come in consideration in as far as these things are concerned. Looks like Manchester United have made some significant changes for the second half. I can see Bruno Fernandes is on to play a couple of minutes here as they've made some changes. Casemiro is out for Sekou Kone, and then Harry Maguire is out for Daniel Ama. Jaden Camason is out for Jaden Camason is okay. This was not ready. Jaden Camason came in for Diego Dalot, and then Shea Lancey. Okay. Anyways, I need to confirm that if that's updated. But we are back. We are back for the second half between Manchester United and the Southeast Asia All-Star team, and that game is still goalless as we speak. So keep your eyes peeled for the result there for any United fans that may be interested in the game itself. But like I said, there's not much really to play for. It's more of a fair game, a commercial game, one that sort of they get to do because of one of their sponsors in Apollo Tires. So that's why they are on the Asian tour. And yeah, they get to make about 7.8 million pounds out of this 2-day tour. And for a team like United, every penny counts at the moment. We spoke about them signing Matas Cunha. That deal is close to being done after, they agreed to, payment terms with Wolves, which is paying his 62.5 million pounds in 3 installments. So that's the update from that side, really. Not really much going on from there. Maybe we need to look at, of course, some of the raging news is regarding Marcus Rashford to Barcelona. That continues to rage on. Milos Kakes to Liverpool. Club-to-club negotiations are kicked off. Liverpool are speaking to FC Bournemouth to see how to get that deal done, or what it would take to get that deal done. And then we know about the negotiations involving foreign bids. Those ones are also ongoing. We'll be looking to do something about Manchester City. That video, I do not know, but maybe today or tomorrow should be coming out. Just need to find a time slot to have it short. But yeah, there are things happening at Man City that are really, really quite important for us to look at. And then Ivan Perisic is open to extending his contract with PSV Eindhoven until June 2026. Negotiations have started. A final decision will be made after the international break. That's 17 goals and 13 assists this season for the 36-year-old Croatian international. That's according to Florian Plettenberg. There with Sky German reporting on Ivan Perisic. Some people forget he did even play for Tottenham Hotspur. And then Hugo Ekitike is in talks with Chelsea. They are currently in concrete talks over him. Understood that Chelsea would like to complete the deal as quickly as possible, as they are aware of Liverpool's interest. Chelsea are currently putting in the effort. Liverpool are also in the race. However, departures such as Nunes or Jota are needed. Arsenal and monitoring the situation. Marcus Crouch is still demanding 100 million euros. So again, this is something we spoke about last night in regards to the transfer market, of how the options seem limited, and that's why you have majority of these big clubs looking at the same names: Hugo Ekitike, Victor Gyökeres, Benjamin Sesko. Those have been the names that have been predominantly mentioned. And then, of course, the names like Jonathan David, who is linked with the move to Napoli and that kind of thing. Dusan Vlahovic, not a name that is being overly pronounced in the transfer market, but Juventus are open to selling him. Liam Delap. So when you look at that in that respect, the names are not too many. The names are not too many. So let's wait and see how everything goes. Otherwise, let's keep the tabs on that United game. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.